Hey, how y'all doing? This is Mongo Slade, and today we're going to talk about compare some gimmicks from Bryan Clark. But first, hit the like button. That's the big thumbs up. Also, subscribe unless you're already subscribed, in which case, thank you for being subscribed and hanging in there with me. So, Bryan Clark is a wrestler I don't know a lot about because I find him to be quite boring, just in general. He's jacked to the gills, huge, jacked to the gills. I just remember Adam Bomb. Adam Bomb showed up, I believe, in 1994. He was not around that long, or was it 1993? He's one of those cartoon characters Vincent Man came up with that was not fully explained or fully understood and was never given really that much time to, be explained. It's just a guy who came out and he wore goggles and he had like hazard gloves and he was supposed to be based off the 3 Mile Island nuclear explosion or some stuff, but it still didn't fully explain why the character looked the way he did, why he behaved the way he did. I don't remember him winning matches. I don't remember much about Adam Bomb at all, other than Adam Bomb's existence as a loud character on my screen. Like he jumped off the screen because he was so huge and jacked and energetic, but he never had anything to say. His matches were what they were, which were, flat, paper plate matches. You just stack them on top of each other. They all uniform. I don't remember whether he won or lost. I couldn't tell you a singles match that the guy was involved in. I didn't do, and I try to do things off memory because I think that people do, work better with memories. There are no memories of Adam Bomb other than how he looked. There is nothing else that happened with Adam Bomb that you should care about. He had a babyface run. He was a babyface and a heel, so that means the character had some legs, but the character had no fucking plan. There was no plan to ever explain what was going on with this character. And maybe they tried to explain it and they just decided halfway through it, this is stupid, we give up. Just keep having him Kool-Aid his tongue and go out there. He's jacked, that should be enough. And it's like, no. No. Being jacked is it's a good start, but no, that's not enough. That's not enough. So after he also has a lot of injuries too, so that's probably another reason why I don't remember him that much. So then he goes to WCW, and they do this crazy stable called Blood Runs Cold, where it's basically WCW again not being creative at all, just deciding to knock off Mortal Kombat, where you had Mortis and Glacier and Wrath. And I think it was another guy, but I don't remember. But I remember Glacier was Sub-Zero. Mortis was like, what was that? Reptile from Mortal Kombat. And Wrath, I don't know who was Wrath supposed to be. I don't know. But it was pretty obvious that they were doing Mortal Kombat. I think it might have been Shao Kahn, that he was supposed to be Shao Kahn, because he wore that fucking helmet. And it just, it flopped. It flopped really hard. Like Glacier is one of the top 5 flops in wrestling. He's up there with the Shockmaster. Like Glacier was a huge flop. A huge flop. Huge, huge flop. And Wrath was right along with him. And I think he had some injuries and stuff like that too, but Wrath wasn't going anywhere. They did a undefeated gimmick with him where basically he was just jacked to the gills and he would go out there and beat guys in short order. He's supposed to be like, I guess, the heel version, or he's supposed to be like another Goldberg, where they're going to give him the Goldberg push too, just to see if they could do it with 2 guys and have the inevitable clash between the 2 of them. And he didn't make it. You never saw Wrath. Yeah, well, as a matter of fact, we didn't get that far. I think he got hurt, and that was pretty much it. But I remember seeing Wrath on some WCW pay-per-views, beating guys in short times. But it wasn't. It's not. It wasn't. You can't put. They tried to strike the same candle twice, and that same wick doesn't always burn as well as it did the first time. And WCW just had a real creativity problem where they just said if they found one thing that worked, they just tried to do it again. Or if they saw something that worked, they just wanted to replicate it. That's why they kind of wanted to replicate the Ultimate Warrior, and they wanted to, take. They saw that Earthquake worked, so he's gonna make him Avalanche. It's like, just Big Boss Man works, so you got to be the boss, the guardian angel, something in that same realm. It's like, and at least in this one, they tried to do something that was drastically different from Atom Bomb, but this again, no plan for the future other than we're just going to run the Goldberg thing again. And look, Bryan Clark is a guy I've never been a fan of. He's just another one of those plain big guys. Not nothing to say. Jacked to the gills, jacked over the gills, but not much to say, not much to do. Would have been nice if he could have. Maybe he should have been Mortis. Probably wouldn't have got over that well, but I mean, he would have been wearing a mask and everything, so that probably would have helped, But I mean, he had a great look. So I keep talking about how he looked. He had a great look, but these characters, man, he wasn't going anywhere with this shit. Why have characters that you can't explain or that you won't explain? If you're gonna have some kooky ass character out there like Atom Bomb, you have to explain it. You have to explain to people why he wears goggles and plastic gloves, because the performer has to wear that shit all the time. Now, you just want to sell action figures and put them in fucking video games. Okay, but for people who are actually trying to analyze storytelling or what's going on here, we need more than just 3 Mile Island. I'm like, okay, you need to tell me a story about this 3 Mile Island. Like, how did he fall in the goop and it turned him into like this toxic Avenger or some shit? Or he just like, I think the real story is that he lived in the area, and that was all that area was known for was the toxic goop meltdown. And it's like, okay, but you have to do more than just, you could have turned him into like a freakish mutant. Like when he was deformed in some way from it and turned him into like a monster. Like that would have been cool. It still would have been along the lines of him being a loud cartoon character, but at least it would have been something interesting, like the three-eyed fish on The Simpsons, like something like that, where he could have been like, what they wasn't doing prosthetics and all that type of stuff back then, but I'm putting too much thought into it. I'm putting more thought into it than they ever would have. Vince McMahon was too busy chasing hoes and probably snorting coke at the time. He probably didn't give a shit about this guy or this character or this concept in general at all. So, but I think both of these characters are equally stupid. Wrath, I don't know where he was going with that. It was pretty plain. It was, it was part of a Mortal Kombat ripoff that still flopped. So I don't know. I don't know which one is worse. I think Atom Bomb looks more ridiculous. Like, you look ridiculous as Atom Bomb. But you look so ridiculous as Atom Bomb that people do remember it. Like, it is memorable in its stupidity. While Wrath is kind of like, it's just one of those plain big guys that go out there and do big guy stuff. Its blandness stops it from being as bad, in my opinion. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Like this video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys for listening, and I will talk to you guys later.